What's going on, guys? Phil Martinez here with Newsgeek, Newsweek's gaming and pop culture sites. And we're here for another unpacking of Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game. Thank you, Konami, for sending this over. We have Order of the Spellcasters, a structure deck that has come out, or it's already out already. I believe it's $10. And if you like Spellcasters, if you're like me and played the game way back in high school and early college, we had a Spellcaster structure deck with Endymion, I believe his name was. So this is kind of like a boosted up version of him. So we got some pendulums and spell counters. So I'm looking forward to see what comes in this set. So let's go right in and open this bad boy up. For the sake of Rocco, won't go through every card, but we have the beginner's guide, of course. We have this wonderful little mat with the main monsters, as you can see. Yeah, the main boss monster in the middle, of course. It's like Breaker, the magical warrior, and of course you have some little details about like what they can do, some combos, what packs you want to get even more powerful. But yeah, see, Endymion's right there. Anyway, we're just gonna go through some of the new cards. We'll point out some cool reprints possibly. In the plastic. No. I'm not a big fan of pendulums. I have a friend who is, but you know, they nerfed them pretty hardcore when they got the Link monsters going in that format, so I can't, they're not as ridiculously overpowered. Of course I can't open this. Wait, I got it. Nope, I don't got it. Maybe I should have had this done already. There you go, I got it. Rock was trying to help me. She's like, go pick up the scissors or something. Of course, Dual Links. And we'll just go from the top. The main boss monster, Endymion, the mighty master of magic. His regular effect is once per turn when a spell or trap card or effect is activated, it's a quick effect, you can return one card you control with a spell counter to the hand. And if you do, negate the activation, and if you do that, destroy it. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the return card had. While this card has a spell counter, your opponent cannot target it with card effects, also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. When this card with a spell counter is destroyed by battle, you can add one normal spell from your hand to your deck. This is actually pretty powerful. Bunch of negations. Of course, you want a lot of spell counters on the field. You can get it from anywhere on the field, so pretty good. It's actually an 8 scale. Let's see what his pendulum effect is. You can remove 6 spell counters from your field, special summon this card from the pendulum zone, then count the number of cards you control that can have a spell counter, destroy up to that many cards on the field, and if you do, place spell counters on this card equal to the number of cards destroyed. You can use this effect once per turn. Again, another powerful card, gets it right back on the field, and since it's from this pendulum zone, you're special summoning from, you don't get to put it actually in the extra deck zone. You can put it into your main monster zone, so pretty powerful. Very good. Next one, we have Reflection of Endymion. Regular effect is you can only special summon one Reflection of Endymion once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can target one card your opponent controls and one card you control with a spell counter, except this card. Return that opponent's card and your card to the hand, then place the same number of spell counters on this card that your return card had. When this card with a spell counter is destroyed by battle, you can add one Endymion card from your deck to your hand. It's a searcher. Pretty high level, but with the pendulums, it's easy to get out. Each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card. When that spell resolves, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card, supposed to summon both this card from your pendulum zone and one monster from your hand that you can place a spell counter on. If you do place one spell counter on it, a lot of spell counters, a lot of words, easy to get Endymion out as well. Then we have Spell Power Mastery. A normal spell. Add one Endymion card from your deck to your hand. Then you can count the number of Spell Power Mastery and Spell Power Grasp you control and or have in your graveyard and place that many spell counters among them. Among cards you control and that you can place a spell counter on, you can activate one spell. A lot of words. Dwimmered Path? Dwimmered? Is that a word? Dwimmered? Target one spellcaster effect monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only activate this once per turn. Pretty standard stuff, pretty good. Oh, Link monster. See, it is Breaker. Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. You need 2 spellcaster monsters. If this card is link summoned, place 1 spell counter on it. Gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can only activate this once per turn. And then this once per turn you can activate this effect. If a spellcaster monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, place 1 spell counter on this card. You can remove 2 spell counters from this card, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. So it is a link version of Breaker the Magical Warrior, which is of course a great card as well, and does not have the restrictions of only needing 1 spell counter on it. But yeah, we have Magister of Endymion, which is another monster Endymion, Servant of Endymion. So the bunch of Endymion, see the regular OG Endymion from back in the day. Crusader of Endymion, but it's a Gemini monster, so maybe not that great. Defend the Magical Knight is pretty good. Especially if you know Duel Links, a lot of these cards are in it. Mystical Beast Cerberus, Mystical Beast Medusa, a bunch of these cards are in there. Magical Something, Magical Exemplar, Magical Abductor, Disenchanter, I don't like that card. Apprentice Magician is a classic. Dark Magician of Chaos, always good. Fairy Tale Luna, I'm not really familiar with this one, but there you go. Summoner Monk is also very good. Spellbook, hey, got some spellbooks in here. Magical Undertaker is also pretty good. You can target 1 level 4 or lower spellcaster monster in your graveyard. Special summon, that's pretty good. Magician of Faith, wow. This is real OG right here. Droll and Lock Bird. Endymion's Lab, so another Endymion card. Works well with Magical Citadel of Endymion, the field spell. Spell Power Grasp, I remember this card. You get to recycle your cards. Another one, see? Arcane Barrier. Spellbook of Secrets. Spellbook of Power. Spellbook of Wisdom. Magical Blast. Magical Dimension. Terraforming to get that Magical Citadel. Left Arm Offering. Pot of Desires, a very good card. Banish 10 cards from the top of your deck. Face down, draw 2 cards. Yeah. Mythical Bestiamorph. As you can tell, there's only not many traps. Pitch Black Power Stone. Extra Buck. And Gagaga Shield. The Magician's Circle, of course, is a very good card. Easy to get your powerful spellcasters out. But yeah, that is all of the cards in this structure deck. As you can see, there's actually a very good strategy here with spell counters, bunch of spells. These are obviously the main cards you'll want to get. Reflection of Endymion is pretty good. Probably want another one of these. This is good for it. You can splash that into any spellcaster deck, so very good. But yeah, definitely. Order of the Spellcasters out now. You want to hold that Rocco? There you go. But yeah, thanks Konami again, and be sure to check back with us at Newsgeek for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Unpackings, unboxings, and everything in between. Go check us out online, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you guys later.